Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. And for those of you that are new here, I'm Jessie J MUA. And in today's video, excuse me looking crazy right now, but it's gonna be kind of a sit down, get ready with me, chit chat. Kind of want to catch you guys up on what I've been doing, what's been going on in my life, and try some new products, even if they might not have just come out. Products that I've been wanting to try, that I've had and I haven't been able to try, and also a couple of new products that I just got in today. So yeah, if you guys want to see what's been going on and see what new products I'd be using, then keep watching. Crazy, but I already went ahead and primed my lids and did my brows off camera. And I know I get messaging me what brow products I use, and basically I just use the Morphe brow pencil. It's the one that has the pencil here. I already need a new one. Like, I go through this like crazy. I don't, you know what, I honestly don't know how much product comes in it, but this is in the shade Java, and it comes with a little spoolie right here. I love this brow pencil. And of course, if you've been following me for a while, you know my ride or die is the Gimme Brow by Benefit in 4.5. And if you haven't tried this, I highly suggest you do try this, especially now during the 21 days of beauty for Ulta. They are normally like $22 or $24. They are on sale, I think, for like $12.50. I always stock up on these when I can because these are like my holy grail right here. But yeah, I use these, and then usually after I set my face and everything, like with the spray, I use the Milk Kush Clear Brow Gel, or the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. I guess it kind of depends how I'm doing my brows, how I feel. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, I've been, you know, just kind of MIA. There's been a lot going on, especially this past weekend. Oh my goodness, I feel like somebody should be recording my life at all times, to be honest. It's like never a dull moment in my life, and sometimes I wish it was. But yeah, I'm gonna get into my eyeshadows, but I got a new palette, so let me grab that. So I got a package here from Beauty Creations. It's the new collection. I gotta see like what it's called. One of them's the new collection. The other one, I think they've had it for a while. I'm not too sure. I've never seen packaging like this. It's kind of funny to me. They did this whole box, and then if you could see on the side, they just taped the smaller box to it. So basically, I want to say I started getting some stomach pains in July, and I couldn't figure out why or what was going on. Just one morning, I woke up at 3 or 4 in the morning with like excruciating side pain. And I've had kidney stones before, so I thought that's what the pain was, because it was coming from like my back to my left side. I mean, I woke up crying, and I just could not take the pain. It was not good. I got really nauseous. I got the chills, you know. My husband ended up taking me to the ER. We were there for hours. They did like a bunch of tests, you know. They did an ultrasound on my gallbladder, they did a CT scan, they did blood work, everything. Even thought maybe I could have been having like an ectopic pregnancy. Nothing, everything was fine. So they let me go home. They sent me with like some pain medication and, you know, the normal stuff that they do, follow up with your primary doctor. And that was that. I didn't get the pain again until maybe like a couple of weeks later. Like same thing, excruciating pain, throwing up, chills, like looking like I was gonna pass out, very flush. I finally followed up with my primary care doctor, and he said it could be gastritis. So I was like, okay. Started changing my diet, watching what I eat, because I love like spicy foods. Like I mean, I could eat pico de gallo like by itself. Like my oldest daughter makes it for me a lot. I'll eat like a jalapeno by itself. You know, I just love spicy foods. Like I just have to have some kind of spice in my food. I don't know. But anyways, I changed all of that, you know, but then the pains, oh, well, he gave me medication. I was taking it. I'm like, okay, I guess, you know, that could be it. He said avoid like dairy and cheeses, all that, like milk, everything dairy. I avoided like so much stuff. I changed my diet drastically and I was still getting the pain. So fast forward to now in August. We are now in September. We are September 1st. I got the pains twice on Friday, which was I think August 27th, and it was crazy because I had like half of a McDonald's breakfast burrito and like a sausage muffin. I know that's not like the greatest, but my husband brought it for me in the morning for breakfast. I, you know, chilled for a while, took a nap. I woke up in pain. I didn't want to eat anything later on that evening. Me and my husband had picked up like a Caesar salad and rotisserie chicken from Costco. I had like a piece of chicken and a little bit of salad, and you know, watched movies, Halloween movies with my kiddos, and here comes the pain rolling in a couple hours later. I think this was probably like the worst that I have ever felt in my entire life for like anything, and I just can't even like explain how bad the pain was. So yeah, I was just waiting, you know, I had to call my husband to work, and you know, hold on, let me show you guys the inside of this box. Look how pretty that box is. But yeah, anyways, this collection is the Luis Torres times Beauty Creations. So this is what the collection is. Let me show you guys real quick. We'll get back into, oh, look how pretty this is. Oh my goodness, look at that highlighter. So yeah, anyways, I had to call my husband, let him know. I want to say, like, even before, like, I called him to let him know, like, hey, I'm gonna have to go. And I didn't want to go to the hospital. I never want to go to the hospital. Like, that's the last thing I ever want to do. I hate going to the hospital. When it comes to like my kids or my husband, I'm like, yeah, we need to go. Let's go see if you're okay. Let's get it checked out. But when it comes to myself, I guess I really shouldn't be that way. But I think a lot of people are that way, just to avoid to go to like doctors and hospitals and stuff like that. And I threw up, I kid you not, like 16 times. I had nothing left to throw up. I could not. It felt like something was stuck inside of me. The pain was unbearable. I was like to the point where I wanted to pass out. I was almost ready to call just the ambulance, just because I didn't want to wait until my husband got here from work. And it was just, it was crazy. And then finally, you know, when my husband got here, I was able to, like, the pain kind of went away, which kind of does usually. But this time it took like maybe an hour or two for it to even like go down. And I was like already falling asleep. I was so cold. I had the chills. I didn't want to get up. I was like, no, we gotta go. We gotta go now. You need to go. You know, this has been going on long enough. And I was like, oh, fine. So I did. We got up, we left, and, you know, just being in the emergency for a couple of hours, they kept drawing my blood. Like, I even have some of, like, you know, when the adhesive from your band-aids and stuff, like, it's hard for it to come off. I've been scrubbing it. They poked me several times. I have really like deep veins anyway, so it's hard when people like draw my blood, and I just could not. I guess they couldn't like draw my blood, or when they were drawing it, by the time they would send it to the lab, it would hemolyze, so they couldn't run the test that they were going to. So the ER doctor was already getting ready to shift change with another doctor. And they finally got my blood. Like, somebody from lab came. They're like, yeah, we're going to draw our blood. But this other nurse, she's like, oh, I already got it. So that third time, I guess, was a charm, because they sent it. It came back and it showed that my liver enzymes were abnormal. And just when the other ER doctor was going to let me go home, the new one that came in for the shift changed. She's like, we're going to admit you. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, your liver enzymes are, you know, abnormal, and we just want to make sure and, you know, run some more tests and, you know, do all this other stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, you know, the whole time I don't want to be there. I mean, especially to get admitted, you know, I'm a mom of 8. I got 6 girls and 2 boys. So if you've been following me on my channel for a while, you know that. But yeah, you know, I do not want to be away from my kids, or if anything could happen, you know, all these things are going through my head. You know, I'm emotional. My husband's like, just, it's okay. Everything's gonna be okay. Calm down, you know, and like, he's trying to be the strong one. And I'm just like, ugh, getting emotional talking about it. But I just didn't want to do it, you know, even to the point where I was like, I kind of just want to go home. Like, I'm kind of the type of person that'll probably pull out my own IV just because, like, I know how to, and I'm in the medical field. So I'm like, I'll just pull it out and, you know, bandage myself up, and I'll go home. Like, I'll walk out, even though I know you're not supposed to do that. Don't ever do that, because you never know what could be wrong. And I'm so thankful that my husband ended up taking me and, you know, making me stay and go and stuff, because I had to go get an MRI. That MRI showed that I had gallstones. I had an enlarged gallbladder. 2 stones had slipped out into my bile duct, which was causing the blockage for when I ate and causing the pain and discomfort. And they're like, yeah, you're gonna stay. You got to get this taken out. So it turned out to be having like emergency surgery pretty much. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So everything happened so fast. I didn't want to do it. You know, I even was like, well, can I just, like, you know, schedule this for Monday? I'll be back, you know. And the nurses and the doctors were laughing at me, because, you know, I'm the type that always makes jokes and stuff. Like, even if it's, you know, like a crummy situation, like, I'm just trying to see like the brighter things of things sometimes, you know, because I'm always the one like making jokes and goofing around and stuff. But they're like, no, you're staying. So yeah, I had to get admitted. After my MRI, the surgeon came and talked to me. He was really nice, trying to tell me everything. You know, it's just a lot to be hit with at once. This is the palette. Let me just show you guys, because I'm just gonna probably get into the, oh, this is so pretty. This is what it looks like. So yeah, anyways, the surgeon came in and he was talking to me, very nice, you know, just letting me know what was going on and, you know, what was gonna happen, and just trying to, you know, they're just trying to make you be comfortable there, you know. I'm gonna go into this shade right here, Barcelona. And I mean, I get it, you know, they're just doing their job, you know, and they want to make sure their patients are safe. That's what they're there for. I didn't want to be there. I'm like, oh gosh, this is just, you know, to me, it's more of a burden and stuff, you know what I mean? Having to have somebody there for our kids, and then, you know, them going to school and not worrying them and not freaking them out. And not on top of that, you know, just making sure that anything can go wrong during any kind of surgery, you know, just making sure you survive and get out of that, you know. And it's just a lot going through your mind and your head. And so basically before I could even get my surgery done, I had to have another procedure, and I had to have the stones removed that were stuck in my bile duct, I guess. And they, you know, put a scope down your throat, you know, the whole tube, the camera. They go in through an opening in your bile duct to get the 2 stones out. I wish they would have taken a picture of that. I don't know why I didn't request that, because like I request, and I mean, it's not too graphic. I'll post it. I'll post a picture of my gallbladder. You know, I've only had surgery before, like either through my C-sections, and one other one is when I got a hernia surgery a couple years ago, and that was like the worst surgery of my freaking life. Like, that was like the worst recovery ever. And I just kept thinking about all that, you know. It's something you just don't want to do, you know. And oh, sorry guys, I'm going into Oaxa. Oh, I don't know what this color is right here. But anyways, I didn't want to do it for sure. You know, a million things going through my head, you know, bunch of people coming in, talking to me, admitting me. It's just a lot to go through, you know. So yeah, I stayed, and it was already, I think, Saturday morning when I finally got to the ER anyways in the first place. So all this started like Friday morning. But anyways, so then when I got up and they admitted me and they got me into the room and everything, that's when they told me that I was gonna have that procedure the same day. I was just waiting to, so I'm like, are you kidding me? So they kind of had to like prep me. A different doctor came up. He said he wasn't going to be the one performing the procedure, but it was going to be, you know, somebody else. And I didn't even get to see him until I got wheeled into the OR. So that's obviously nerve-wracking too. But the nurses and the staff, everyone were freaking amazing. Like, I can't be more thankful to them, you know. And everybody's just nice, and you know, they obviously know when people are scared too and things like that, which obviously, you know, I was. But I guess, you know, you're more worried. Me, I'm just more worried that, you know, my kids are like, you don't want anything to happen. You don't want your, you know, kids to be left alone. You know, that's a scary experience. I'm going into Leo X2 right now, just with my finger. So yeah, they kind of prepped me a little bit, and then we went in, they wheeled me to the OR, gave me general anesthesia. I was out, I think my husband said it took 45 minutes, but when I was there and I talked to the surgeon that actually did the first procedure, he was really nice. I mean, even before I got to talk to him, the nurses were hyping him up, saying he's one of the best. You know, people obviously always do that. They told me he could do that procedure with his eyes closed. They said he's done it in less than like 10 minutes. You know, makes you feel good, but then it doesn't. I mean, to me too, because I watched this show called Dr. Death. That's a good show, watch it, but then you might feel a certain way about a lot of like doctors and hospitals and stuff like that. So I don't know, watch it at your own risk. To me, I start thinking about things like that. I'm like, you know, just 1,000,001 things run through your mind when that shit's going on. So yeah, but he was really nice. You know, when you kind of get a vibe off of somebody, you could feel, you know, I feel like that. I usually can read your vibe and how a person's gonna be. But yeah, my surgeon, he absolutely seemed really knowledgeable on what he was doing, obviously, or he probably wouldn't be doing it. But there's a lot of people that do it and aren't not knowledgeable, so that's a different story. But I felt totally comfortable, confident, and like that I was asleep, and like that I was back in the room with my husband. So it went really quick, I must say. Then the other surgeon that actually removed my gallbladder, now I'm going into Chimal, I think. He said that he wasn't going to remove my whole like gallbladder until the next day. So I had to wait. I'm like, ugh. So yeah, I had to wait for them to remove my gallbladder the next day. They said at 9 in the morning. So, you know, I'm like, okay. Because of COVID, my husband could not stay overnight. So I had to stay by myself. But all the nurses and the staff, you know, the patient care techs, everybody that, you know, helped, that was on the floor when I was really amazing, you know. And I couldn't have asked for better staff to help, you know. They came when I called. You know, there's a lot of places that don't get to you right away because they probably have a lot of patients and stuff, you know. And especially during COVID, there's just like a lot of places that are really short staffed, and you know, people that have been working through this the whole time, you know. Just, you know, shout out to them because they were amazing, and they really kept me comfortable. And at this point, I hadn't ate since Friday. It's Sunday now. This is when I'm gonna get it done, and they had an emergency surgery, so my surgery was not gonna go as scheduled. My surgery was already late, so I didn't get into surgery, I think, until like after 11. They told my husband it would be like a 2-hour surgery or something like that. I think I was back in like an hour and 45 minutes, whatnot. But even when I went and they took me back to the OR, they let my husband come down with me too. He was waiting in the waiting area there until I got into recovery. And everything was just really smooth. And thankfully, everything went well. I have a picture. I told the surgeon, he's like, remind me. He's like, when you get back there, if you want a picture. Because I have a picture of my hernia surgery. And that was not a pretty sight. So I'll post a picture of my gallbladder, and it was really inflamed. I'm so surprised. Like, I'm still in shock that it wasn't caught when I went to the ER the first time. And then my doctor just giving me medicine to for gastritis when that wasn't even what it was. You know, always get a second opinion, guys. Never be afraid to get like a second opinion. Never. If you have to get a second, third, fourth, if you feel something's not right, then you know your body. You know something's not right. Don't ever let anybody tell you anything otherwise, because you never know what could happen. Now I'm gonna just prime my face with the Ordinary high spreadability fluid primer. I've been using this a lot. I really like this. Just on here. I'm sorry the lighting's kind of like, I'm gonna have to turn on this other one and see. But yeah, just always make sure you guys get second opinions, you know. And I was taking this medication for gastritis thinking, you know, everything was related to that. It absolutely wasn't. I feel like, you know, they said it was very serious. My gallbladder was so inflamed. I'm surprised only 2 stones got out. It was crazy. I'm still in shock, to be honest. I'm still in shock. Like, I cannot believe. I'm thankful, so thankful to my husband that, you know, he took me. You know, my oldest is always like, no, just go, you know, and she's always so like, she's just so great, you know, like she's just like, she's like a mini me. And I'm like, I don't want to cry, guys, sorry. I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation, and this is in the shade 315N, and I've been trying a new technique. It is like with the setting spray, you kind of spray it in to it, mix it, you mix it, and supposedly it's supposed to like stay or something. But anyways, yeah, my oldest, she's amazing. You know, all my kids are. My oldest just like, you know, she's just, she stays calm, you know. She doesn't like overreact and stuff, and she just like, yeah, everything, you know, she just like, you know, she's just very much like that motherly figure as well, you know, like, you know how moms are supposed to stay calm and not overreact and not panic and stuff, you know, usually how I would be with my kids if something was going on with them. But yeah, she was just like, yeah, you know, you gotta go, mom, you know, you gotta get it checked out and everything's gonna be okay. And, you know, it's just, I'm just so, you know, appreciative to the small family that I do have. And, you know, like I was telling my husband, because I don't have family. I live in Illinois. I don't have family out here. All my family lives in another state and stuff. And, you know, it's just hard when you don't have family around. And okay, hopefully that lighting's a little bit better. But yeah, anyways, you know, it's just when you don't have family and, you know, you have a small family, it's just me, my husband, and our kids. And you know, you never know what can go wrong, or, you know, when you need someone, you know, you need help. It's just, it's so hard. Like, I start thinking about all those things when I shouldn't be thinking about any of those things. You know, our number one concern was just getting myself, you know, back to, you know, health. And it's just, you know, it's just a lot. And, you know, a lot just goes through your head when things like that happen, you know. And so yeah, she was just, my daughter was just amazing, and just, you know, really, you know, I'm just thankful to have the small family I do. And it just got really emotional because, you know, I would call my mom and my uncle, and it's like, you know, they're not here, and I can imagine just how much they worry, even though I don't live out there, you know what I mean, and not being able to just, you know, hop in a car and come be with me during that time, you know. And it's like, ugh, it sucks, because it's like, you know, you want your family around, and, you know, you just don't live close by them and stuff like that. And it just makes you think about everything that could happen, and how life is really short. And, you know, it's just, I always, you know, I'm always busy. Obviously, I'm a mom of 8, and I got a lot of stuff going on too, but it's like, I don't talk to my family as much as I should, you know. And it just makes me think of that, like, I could have passed away. Something could have gone worse if I didn't catch this. And I kept thinking, you know, this pain was gonna just go away because of medication, you know. And that's another thing. It's like, doctors always want to just push these pain meds on you and not really, you know, get to the point. And you know, my doctor did tell me to go, you know, go see gastro, and, you know, go see somebody that specializes in that, you know, for gastritis. But yeah, making that up, you know, letting the weekend pass and stuff, and gonna make that appointment, like, I'm just like, so, it just really, like, I'm still shocked that things happen so fast, you know. It progressed so fast, and like, anything can happen in a matter of minutes. I'm going to be using the Derma Blend illuminating banana powder. I don't think I've ever tried this setting powder, so I don't know if it's going to be good. Let me know if you guys like it in the comments below. I like more of the translucent. What I usually use is Beauty Bakery. It comes with this little sponge. Ugh, I don't like this. I don't recommend this, obviously. I'm just trying it for the first time right now, but it looks like it sucks up a lot of the product. But anyways, yeah, I don't really like the smell of this either. You just never know what could happen. You know, like I said, life is too short. That's pretty much what's been going on with me. You know, I just got released from the hospital yesterday, and yeah, I'm already sitting here. Definitely a different surgery. People recover differently. I have a really strong pain tolerance. That's why I think I don't like to go to the doctors a lot if something's like hurting me or whatnot. I kind of like to wait it out, but you should never do that. You should always make sure that you're okay and everything's okay with you, especially, you know, because you never know what could happen at all. But yeah, I did that. Got out yesterday. They did a laparoscopic surgery on me, so they only made a couple incisions. I had like a drainage tube. I think I have a picture of that. I could insert it. Nothing like too graphic, too major. Because my gallbladder was so inflamed, he had to add that just for the drainage to prevent infection, things like that. If you never had surgery, thank your lucky stars. It's not a good feeling. Yeah, but if you know, you feel like something is wrong, something's probably wrong. You need to, you know, go get checked. And I'm just thankful to, you know, the family that I do have. And, you know, even my best friend, one of my best friends, that's been my best friends for about 12 years, I want to say. One of my daughters is 12. I met her when my daughter was born, so about 12 years. She's always busy too. Like, we don't see each other as much. And then, you know, since COVID happened, but she's just always right there. And like, you know, if you need anything, you know, let me know. She's like that type of person. She's not just my friend, she's family. It made me cry yesterday because she like zelled me some money. She's like, for dinner, you know, you guys to have dinner, because, you know, it's a lot going through like your surgery and not having anybody that she knows, you know, I don't have family. She knows, you know, things I've been through. She's been there for me, you know, at my best, at my worst, you know, and my kids love her, you know, my family loves her, and we love her. And it's just, you know, it's just one of those, like, when you have that friend, it's not just your friend, but it's your family. Like, it's just, it's amazing to have people like that in your life, even if it's just one person, somebody like that. Like, it's just, it just makes me, you know. So I was crying, and my husband's like, why are you crying? I was like, oh, she sent us, you know, some money for dinner, and like, you know, so nobody would have to cook and stuff, or, you know, just, it's just little things like that, you know, or just, it just, you know, it makes you, you know, happy that, you know, you have someone like that in your life. And it's the little things that matter the most. And just like, it's just, life is too short. It's just really too short. And sorry guys, I don't want to cry. I don't want to be emotional, but you know, it really is just crazy how life is, and the things, how things are. And you know, I just seeing things, and I don't know if I was just extra emotional yesterday, but today I went to go get, you know, my drainage pulled out, and the doctor said everything's looking good. Let's, you know, pray everything, you know, for a speedy recovery. I feel okay. I don't feel, you know, like I felt when I had my hernia surgery. I felt like I was down for probably a good 6 weeks with that one. It really sucked. I felt like I really, you know, it was hard for that one. Now I'm going to be going in with this face-to-face quad palette with this color right here. It's M. It's like more like a cool tone color, but I'm kind of going to just contour with this brush right here. Just a little. And I'm using the Morphe M166 brush. And then I'm going to go in with this BH Cosmetics 125 brush. Everybody, you know, takes care of themselves as much as they can, and just you know, really get yourself checked. You know, if you feel like something's wrong, like, get yourself checked, you know. And my friend's like, well, I was talking to my friend about that too, and she's like, oh yeah, I have that pain, and you know. And so I'm like, girl, you need to go get checked too, you know. And it's funny, she's like, worry about yourself right now. Let's worry about you. She's such a goofball. So I was like, God, you're as stubborn as I am, you know. And I remember when I first had my kidney stone, she was there, and she took me to the ER, and I was like damn near freaking passed out on my couch in like a fetal position because I could not move from the pain, you know. So you just never know what could happen, you know. You just never know. Now I'm going to use this shade Ander right here for the blush color. I'm going in with Leah light, this one right here, this highlight. It's pretty. It kind of reminds me of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amarizi one. I really like this palette. I think I want to try another look maybe, because like I really like these two shades right here. Those are really pretty. I'm gonna get a little round brush so I could do the inner corner highlights. Let me try this one actually. I'll just use this one. I'm gonna do Beauty is in Detail, and then I'm going to be trying a new setting spray, which is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I got this some time ago. I have not used it, unfortunately. We moved several months ago, and yes, I'm pretty sure, like, I don't know, it's not really hard to believe, but I haven't unpacked all my makeup and everything, like where I'm gonna put it, because I didn't know if I wanted my beauty space to be upstairs or downstairs. So I kind of have stuff in between now, but I was like looking for some stuff and I ended up finding this, so I'm going to try it. If you guys have tried it before, let me know if you like it. Let me know if you don't. Okay, and then after I use my spreading spray, I just kind of go in with my beauty blender and kind of dab everything back in together. Try to melt everything back in. But yeah, so basically for the pain, I guess, in my recovery, definitely 1000% I feel better than what I did after I did my hernia surgery. Oh my god, that pain was excruciating. Like, I couldn't even go to the bathroom alone. Like, my husband had to help me with everything. I couldn't do any of that. It was just like the worst pain ever. So glad I don't have to, knock on wood, go through that again. It's called the Double Leo Lip Trio. Looks like this. It's more like a pinky nude. And then Horace Lip Trio. I really like the way this one looks because it's more nude. And here, I'll probably use this one. Here's the nude lip color. Has a little Beauty Creations heart imprint. The nude lip liner. So we'll probably go in with this. But I also wanted to show you guys this. If I can open it, you see this. It's the Beauty Creations. You can see how pretty this is. So it has, I guess I could have used this first. I should have used this first. Like eyeshadow base. It has a little spinner. See what color. It has I think these are eyeliners too, like maybe like liquid liners, I think. And then it has the pencil. Like no brown, they just put a nude. Look, let's see. So these are pretty cool. Oh yeah, it's like a cream gel eyeliner. Kind of open up the eyes. I am not digging this lighting right now. An Epic eyeliner that I picked up in the shade brown that I wanted to try right here, my NYX. So other than that, let me know how you guys are, what you guys have been up to, what you guys want to see next. I'll probably try to be more consistent. You know, there's just a lot going on, especially with like unnecessary things like that. They just come up. This is more of like a brush, not a felt tip. It's like more of a brush tip eyeliner. I really don't like brush tip eyeliners. And then I got a new mascara, but I can't remember where the heck it went. If you guys have any recommendations for any new mascaras, please let me know in the comments down below. I'm always open to trying new mascaras too. Usually the one I use is this one. It's the Essence Lash Princess. I feel like I need a new one already though, but then like I haven't been really doing makeup and such, so sure how I feel about that Epic liner. I don't really like it. I got it on Ulta. I don't really like the brush. I was gonna do some lashes, but I'm not, because I'm probably just gonna take all this off anyways. I just wanted to sit down, get ready with a couple of things that I haven't used, and just kind of, you know, chit chat with you guys and what's been going on. I'm gonna go in with this lip liner though. This is the one from the trio. Oh, this is pretty. No. That's great. It's like they're smooth and creamy like lip liners, but like really that was like a whole ass one with this shade right here. And this what is this shade called? Keep It Classy. is a pretty nude. It actually reminds me of the Morello twins, I believe their name are. Their collection that they came out with. And that's like one of my favorite nude lipsticks. All right, guys, that's it for today's look. I hope you guys liked it. Something just sit down, you know, chill, a little chit chat, get ready with me. This is all coming off anyways, not going anywhere special, just trying to recover. Kind of just wanted to, you know, let you guys know where I've been at and what's been going on. I appreciate you guys. Oh, also thank you, shout out to all the people that do follow my Instagram and know where I've been and know that I was in the hospital, and you know, just all the prayers that people have been, you know, messaging me, and I really truly appreciate that. So yeah, make sure you guys are following me on my Instagram, which is JessieJMUA, and all my other social media platforms, which is JessieJMUA, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.
Here is a photo of my inflamed gallbladder. I did ask the doctor to give me this.